Yo yo yo, what's up people, Tasaran here and welcome back to Final Fantasy Online. And as always, we are living the dream. Oh yes, we don't know whose dream it is, but fuck it, we're going to live it anyway. It is pissing down with rain. And it had such a nice ambience, it took me a little bit to actually press record on this one because the music score wasn't going. It was just the rain and it was like, that sounds fucking awesome. That really does. But we have got things to do. We have got things to do. And not a lot of time today to do them. Although the wife has given me permission to crack on. She actually said you can crack on. That was her words. It was like, that's why I married you. So we're going to do as much as we can. With a bit of luck at some point. I'm not saying this episode. But at some point today I want to be level 30 and start working towards becoming a warrior. Oh yeah. So we need to do the next part of the MSQ, which is a proper burial. So it's going to have a little something to do with well, a graveyard, isn't it really? Gotta be. Not entirely certain. Let's head up that way. Just going to wait for the couple more seconds for the sprint. Right, I just wanted to see whether or not the rain gave us a kind of wet look texture on the armour. Oh, I have to say, he looks pretty well sheltered, if you ask me. Never mind. Something to look at. I mean, that robe looks wet. Don't know, perhaps I've got more of a shine to it. Oh right, yeah, I remember this. This is a little bit hidden. See, I have done these quests now, because once you get to Sastasha, at that point it doesn't matter which you started at, the MSQ kind of becomes the same for all three cities. But we'll chuck these corpses down, or just the flowers, which we sprinkle like pixie dust. And bury the corpse. Only one, we got three. Fair enough. Nice, easy step for the first part. Recordings, my voice is just seems to be really loud. We'll try that. If I'm too quiet, I apologise. But it's becoming increasingly difficult for me to judge. I'm a little bit more of a distance from the microphone at the moment, but I'm still kind of getting to grips with the Elgato, and I want it to be like as easy or as nice to view as possible. I've noticed it sounds better through headphones. So if you're watching this on speakers and it's all, put headphones in and just, because obviously when I'm doing my soundtracks I'm wearing headphones, so I do it so it's nice sounding for that, and then I'll put it through on my speakers and it's like, fuck me, my voice is loud. back to Drybone, so that was really easy. The quests that are around there are to do things like slap these blowfire swarms and things like that, but I think it's such a low... Yeah, it's level 18. I think I am at that stage now where it would be useful to do a second class and get... Because the XP and the gear that I'm getting at the moment for the MSQ is wasted, because I'm only getting like the bronze bits from it at the moment. So should we take a break from the MSQ and get a second class going? Because unlike World of Warcraft, where we get to do every class on a single character, it's not like, you know, like in Warcraft, I'll do a series on that class, I'll do a series on that class, that's not going to be the case for Final Fantasy. It's all going to be in one. Sorry about that. Pressed the wrong bloody thing. So you see what I mean? These are reet good, but going to waste and then just getting the 500 silver. I mean, there were 500 each, and there's 5 of them. In fact, I think this will be my first silver pieces. I like the idea of the silver pieces on this occasion. I mean, a couple of the classes I'll probably do on my own time when I'm not recording. I think that makes a lot of sense as well. Because fuck it, let's do them all. I'd really like a healer class. I mean, to begin with, I'm going to have a healer, a tank, a DPS. So I've got all the roles covered. So no matter what I'm going to be doing as part of the MSQ, I can fulfill whichever role I want to do at the time. And I think that's a really good idea. Like, because we've got the primal coming up, as they mentioned. This one's going to be Ifrit, or Ifrit as they call it, which, as we know from the original Final Fantasy games, because he was one of the summons, is like a big fire demon mentalist, and tanking him, don't know. I can't turn down that amount of money because I'm a greedy little bastard. Can't help myself. So sweet as a nut, but as you see, look there, we didn't get... Oh, we gained 15,000 XP. Oh, that's not too bad then. That's not too bad. I think what I'll do is I will carry on as we are at the moment, and then when I run out of rested bonus, because I think rested bonus is wasted on the low levels because you just blitz through it and it's gone. So rested bonus, definitely worth using on your highest job, but these are all shit. And then we're back to bronze anyway, so perhaps to hand this in it'd be better to be level 19 on a different class. Where's that? Oh, all the way up there. But there is a chocobo up there, so there is something that we need to unlock. That's right, and then we end up doing a little something in the Invisible City. A bit of a scenario thing. Or instance quest. I think that's the best way of putting it. Yeah, let's head up there and do that. So, I'm going to carry on for now. I mean, I've got to get Marauder to 30, you know. I've got to get Marauder to 30. So that'll give you a chance. Stick it in the comments. Actually, yeah, stick in the comments any... Is this wrong? It is. Stick in the comments any kind of... or any class that you would particularly like to see. And I'll try and make it so that's not one that I do sort of in my own time for shits and giggles. I mean, I've tried to do the Archer class before in like the previous attempts to bring this series to the channel and becoming the Bard. So that one I probably won't do as part of this series because, or at least not until it gets to MSQ sort of stage, because you've seen it. This game is so gorgeous and so smooth and just, you know, even now to this day, there's still times when it blows me away, like those mountains and clouds look fantastic and the texture of the rocks look great and the dirt, even the dirt, I love the dirt, look at the dirt, it's all dirt, look. Dirty fucking dirt. It's such a glorious game, I have no idea why it's been such a struggle to get people to like this game. I don't need to hire you, I just wanted to say hello. I don't need repairs. Don't be silly, I haven't done anything yet. What do you mean she ain't come back? She's in the church. Was it a part of the story where she's moved? That was the name of the one we just spoke to in the church, wasn't it? Oh, look. Gatling. Like a porcupine hippo type thing. And listening to some really weird music. I mean, I can't hear it, but go on, player, get down with your bad self. I'm only joking. I'm only joking. Okay, no, that doesn't work. So I'm trying something. You know, like I've been struggling with the targeting. Yeah, that's the same person. I've been struggling with the targeting because it kind of goes on to where, like, the settings for the targets are unbelievably, you know, the intricate. I think it's a good. You know, there's so much you can do. So trying to get it just right. But you have like the enmity list, as you see when I pull a grouping of mobs. Let's show. Okay, so let's put all them. Now apparently if you hold... Aha, right. Because what I had to do is have my keyboard in front of me, and I ended up having spacebar as cycle through the target, so I didn't have to leave the controller. I could just, you know, move my hand and tap down on it. Because I always found it weird, because up and down on the D-pad cycles through your party list. You know, so I'm the only one in the party at the moment, so it goes straight to me. And up and down just cycles through it, and it was like, oh, how do I really want to be able to cycle through the enmity list? So when I'm in a tanking situation, I've got a massive group of mobs, I can just cycle through these, and it's not worried about some fucking flower on the wall that, you know, hasn't been watered for fucking 6 weeks and just looks like shit anyway. I don't want to target that. I just want to target my grouping. And apparently if you hold down, and this is obviously only controller support, but if you hold down L1 and then up and down on the D-pad, it then cycles through onto the enmity list. And that was what I was trying out, but I made a mistake and I thought it was L2, so... But it's L1, sorry. L1. See, I do know that as an archer, these things are part of your hunter's log. So I really do feel like where I'm doing the MSQ is this marauder that's way too high for it. I just feel like I'm missing out on something. And I just can't shake that feeling. Same with those tacos. I'm pretty sure that's part of a hunter's log. I don't know whether it's for the archer or for the conjurer. It could be either, because I have played both those classes. So I don't want bronze piece. I'm going to get the cotton bridges. And that is a level 28. So what level was this? 19. Yeah, we're going to do a second class. Bosh, because this is wasted XP. So, what class? Let's bring up. Oh yeah, that's what I forgot to mention. If you go onto the reputation, look, I got 4 player commendations for the Copperbell Mines. I know there was a bit of a cut. I stopped the recording when I was about to come out, but it just 4 commendations for Copperbell Mines. And I gotta be honest with you, I am bang fucking chuffed with that. I'm really like, because I was really nervous about doing Copperbell Mines because I know that there were mechanics and I was a tank and I thought I was shit. I thought I was a bit slow, but yeah, 4 commendations. I'm really rather happy. So as we know, I have, you know, the cooking, but none of those are on this particular list. That's right. So look, there's plenty of classes to do. Awesome. Right, so healer. I thought if I was an Arcanist, I was put in for a healer role. So what's available for us? So it's Conjurer, Pugilist, I don't understand why Scholar's there. Because Scholar comes off of Arcanist, doesn't it? You know, you get to choose whether or not you become a Scholar or... what's the other thing that you Arcanist? A Summoner. And things like Warrior, Summoner, Bard, they're not actually written on here. So is Scholar a different class now? Magical range DPS. I can't be a machinist or a dancer. Or red or blue mage. I eventually want Gunbreaker. The Final Fantasy VIII Gunblade. As a tank. Oh, gotta do it. Gotta do it. Just in case you were wondering what my future plans are for Final Fantasy, it's that. Okay, here we are, back at Camp Drybone, I believe. It's now a couple of days after. I went ahead and I started an Arcanist. I got to like level 6 and it wasn't really gelling with me. So then I went ahead with a Conjurer because it was mainly a healing class that I was looking to get for, and I did manage to do it. So I've now got a Conjurer that's now level 19, which is just the right level for this next part of this quest. I wasn't too sure whether or not to actually show them, as you know, Because I think the main priority really is to have it so that the story is ongoing and progressive nicely, because that's the main part of it. And whatever class I am at the time, you know, it's the adventures of Tas, if you get what I mean, rather than the adventures of a particular class like what we did in WoW. So it's going to give us a mismatch of, you know, or variety of roles, gameplay, blah blah blah. It's all good. So what I should do is show off my conjurer, isn't it? Really? So here he is. He's got some sweet gear. This robe is something that we managed to get from a dungeon as the Marauder. It just ended up in our inventory, so I was able to put that bad boy on. And he's overall pretty powerful. Let's go through his skills just so you know what it is I'm up to. So my main one for attacking is Stone 2. Deals earth damage with a potency of 200 with a 2.5 second cast. Very nice. We have our healing ability currently at Cure. Potency 450, and we've also got a Cure All party members with a potency of 300. We've got our Raise, we've got Fluid Aura, which binds the target, it freezes them in place. Now this I found quite interesting, because when I played this back, whenever I played it, it was actually a pushback. So you would stone shit until it gets to you, and then push back, and then start the cycle again, so you weren't taking as many hits. It's now just a bind, and I have found that attacking the target does release them from that bind, so I don't use it as often as what I used to use it. We've got our arrow, which is a dot, deals wind damage with a potency of 50. Lovely, lovely jubbly. Repose sends things to sleep. Asuna, as you know from most Final Fantasy games, removes detrimental effects. And Swift Cast, next spell is cast immediately. Beyond that, everything else is pretty much the same. That's going to be the difference of our abilities. Now it is slowed down, not that good against multiple targets. So the healing class really is something that I would use mostly for what you'd call it, if I want to heal in a dungeon. Oh, there you are, Tas. So good of you to come. Oh yeah. Okay, so we're here helping out Thancred. He's, as you know, one of the scions of the Seventh Dawn, or something like that, wasn't it? So I need to explore in here. I'm wondering whether or not I'd be better off. Well, let's have a look. Let's see how much XP I get, and then we'll change over back to Marauder and see how much XP I get there, and just see if it would be better for me to do it as a Marauder but just hand it in as the Conjurer. It's even then, he's pretty powerful. Okay, so there's 376. Marauder. I think he'll heal enough in time. So that was what, a level 30, whatever it was. They're all the same, aren't they? So yeah, go to. Okay, he's ranged, so I can't pull him out. But that combo that heals, and that gave me what? You gain 21 experience. You see, and that's the difference, I think. That is the difference. Which is a huge difference, isn't it? Yeah, so I think Fluid Aura that binds, I think it's probably more useful to do it for, you know, moving out and curing myself, really. It's not like I'm having any trouble with these. 376, that's much more like it. It does mean we'll blitz through the rested bonus a bit quicker. But there we go, there's the queer leaflet. And that's it. I mean, really, I should have got the Conjurer to level 20 to release the next lot of the Hunter's Log, which I have been doing. Because I know that they were on the Hunter's Log for the Archer. Back to Camp Drybone, fair enough. Yeah, so there's a few of the lower level side quests that I have now done. Mainly in the Gridania area, because that's where the Conjurer comes from. But it's been really good. You know, I've been getting into gotten into a few fates. Making sure I've done a bit of damage to be included in the reward, and then just healing people. In fact, we've got a fate close by. Just pulling a few here. That'll probably do. Nice. And I do like the Conjurer. You know, it is one of the... well, it's the main healing class that I've ever gone with. They said at the inn, so I'm assuming it's down. Oh, he's outside. I was thinking Isambard. Where do I see Isambard? And I was trying to think which city. Ended up being right here, but I knew it was familiar. Okay, right. Because I was looking at that, I thought, oh, level 19. I've only just turned level 19, so they can't possibly be better than what I'm wearing. I see. So it's losing 1 determination, 1 defense and 3 magic defense for 2 materia slots, which I'm pretty sure that part of the story is coming. And of course the brand new thigh boots will look a lot better. That's from the, you know, the smith thing. I did it again with the conjurer, because you do the healing one. I only had to do like 3. Presumably because a lot of the lessons you've already learnt in the previous Marauder one, like dodging area of effect and things like that, but let me just remind myself on exactly what determination does, because that's a stat that's unfamiliar to me. Right, affects the amount of damage dealt by both physical and magical attacks, as well as the amount of HP restored by healing spells. So overall potency, isn't it? That's really what that is. So possibly really good for us. And this doesn't have it. But we get a silver piece. I think... oh. Shit. The thing is, with this, I've been choosing items that have been less in some ways, but because they have materia, because I do want to look into that, and I know that to put materia in it, I think you need the spirit bond to be 100% before you can put materia in it. And the spirit bond, you gain it, you see the flash whenever I start a combat with a new piece of gear. Hey, rain's gone. Sorry if I've been shouting. And yeah, and then your spirit bond grows with it the longer you wear it for. I don't actually think I've got any pieces of 100. But I have got quite a few items with materia slots in it, and I don't actually have any materia anyway, so it's not like I'm going to be able to fill all of them. Not just yet. But we got a nice bit of XP. Dressed to deceive. Ah. Right, so remember I said I think there's a quest where you're wearing some shit? This will be it. So, I'm not sure if there's like a proper way to do it. Withered Shepherd's Tunic. Withered Shepherd's Slops, so legs. Which I can't see because of my booties. And don't save it, because I want to be able to change back as soon as possible. Right, so let's, we've got 5 of these to have a word with. Flame Capitan. You know, the hat and weapons, let's be honest, is still a bit of a giveaway, isn't it? Right, I need to be up there. Beep, beep, beep. But even though I've gone out, because I don't think the healing class is as fun to watch as a long series, because the combat is a bit slow. It's sped up a bit now, but it is a bit slower. But as I mentioned, any classes that you particularly want to see, or even if you narrow it down to a role, by all means let me know in the comments and I'll see what we can do. But the future of Tas Nightbane is Gunblade. That's my... I need that in my life. Must be inside. Oh, Thancred. Now, I'm not sure how long I'll need to hold on to these shepherd's gear. Okay, so we need to stay in disguise for the moment. So we need to wear shit gear out in the world. Kind of went the long way round, but never mind. Tacos. Or Tuco? I don't know. I suppose it depends on where you are in the world, doesn't it? Hmm. Yeah, that's right, it's me. Yeah, throwing your people under the bus to save your own skin. Better dead than smeg, that's what I always say. Okay, so we need to head back to the Walking Sands. Oh, that's miles away. That's Vesper Bay. A run from Horizon. Although I think we can choco. Can we choco there? From Horizon? Pretty sure. But we will be saving that for the next episode. Thanks an awful lot for watching. I do really appreciate it. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you all in the next one.